Bake Off's Jane Beadle is here with her daughter Amy, and you're kind of helping out this morning, Amy. Sort of helping out.
In a way.
Do you? Because I mean, if you know. If I had my mum was in Bake Off, I would just sit, basically I'd be enormous. I'd just sit and eat cakes all day.
That's all I do.
Fantastic, absolutely great. But you are going to help today. Remind us what we're doing.
Well, we're making, could you just sort of crush those for me? I'm making an almost foolproof cake so that dads if you're bakers, but if you're not, you could do this with the kids, and it's really, really simple.
Good.
And
it looks amazing. I mean, it looks extraordinary.
It's a pretty cake, and it's very, very simple. So I've just got some self-raising flour here.
Cool.
And just quickly, I'm using frozen raspberries because if you put whole raspberries in a cake, very often they sink. And if you try and smush up fresh raspberries, they go very sort of mushy.
Yeah.
So if you crush up some frozen ones, they evenly distribute.
That's a good idea.
And of course you can keep them in the freezer and they're cheap. So I've just got self-raising flour. It's an all-in-one cake. So it's butter, self-raising flour, a bit of baking powder, because if you're doing all-in-one, you don't get quite enough air in it. So we just shove in a little bit of baking powder, some sugar. A big blob of sugar.
Big blob of sugar's fine.
Some eggs.
You're allowed.
See, boys, girls, children, you can have a bit of chaos in the kitchen.
It's very well. Maybe it's better that you let your mum do it.
A bit of vanilla.
Lovely.
Because it's nice.
Yeah.
And then just whiz all that up. I'll try not to make a mess of this. I did this with some chocolate yesterday and cover the kitchen.
That's all right. Don't worry. It doesn't matter.
Cover the studio, guys.
It doesn't matter.
So
at all.
you just
It's beautiful.
whiz it all up.
Yeah.
Like that, all in one. So really, you don't have to worry about whether it's been mixed enough. As long as it looks as though you haven't got any flour in it, it's done.
Exactly.
Ooh, see what I mean? I turned it the wrong way. Just shake the worst off that.
I used to. Did you always lick the bowl when your mum did it? Yeah, with the wooden spoon. Oh yeah, when you're growing up.
I think the cake mix is better than the cake.
Sometimes I do. Yeah, it is, or just as good as.
So I've just got some chopped white chocolate.
Yep.
And I like the chopped white chocolate rather than the chocolate chips you buy in packets, because they seem to sink, whereas this doesn't.
Right. So get a block and chop it up.
Get a block and just chop it up like that.
Those raspberries are mushed to perfection.
They're mushed to perfection. Just fold that in.
Yep.
So there's nothing clever going on here at all. You really can, apart from the knife work here. Children can do it.
Yes.
I do trust Amy with a knife most of the time. So you just do that. Now, I like to use a ring tin because it's
looks special, I think.
It looks pretty and it cooks really quickly. But if you don't want to go out and buy a ring tin, there's a little tip here. Just get an ordinary cake tin.
Yep.
Get a baked bean tin or a whatever tin, empty.
Indeed.
Cover it with a bit of baking parchment and stick it in the middle.
And hey, you've got that.
And hey, you've got a ring tin. So it doesn't need to be expensive.
Really good.
And then you just dollop it in, basically.
Lovely.
Dollop it in and bake it for about 20-25 minutes.
Right.
And it's foolproof. It's absolutely foolproof. The only thing that might happen, and don't panic if it does, getting it out of these tins, I'm going to leave it like that because I'm going to show them how to decorate it, but if it sticks slightly as it comes out, because it hasn't got a loose bottom, it doesn't matter, just take the bits and stick them back on, because this is stuck slightly when it came out of the tin.
Oh, right, OK.
Stick it back on.
Yeah, because you're going to cover it up anyway.
You're going to see it, yes. It's just... So all we then do...
Yep.
This is going to be super speedy icing now. Just drizzle it.
I like that.
Drizzle it over.
That's a good idea.
I think I've used
Yes. It's possibly a little leery on the colour, but it really doesn't matter.
It's fine, it's really good.
The pinker the better.
This does not need to be fancy. So you do one layer of this.
That's great.
And then another layer over to my beautiful assistant to whack on some bright pink.
So you're going to follow in your mum's footsteps, or are you doing something totally different?
I don't think I should be following her footsteps.
No, it looks good. It looks good. What are you studying?
I'm just finishing off my PhD in biophysics at the moment.
A scientist. Thank you. We need more scientists, particularly women scientists.
Don't we? I mean,
we really do. We really do. Oh, I like that.
Look.
Yeah. Good stuff. And you can decorate cakes beautifully.
Oh, you know.
As well.
She's
As
colourblind.
being a scientist. I think it looks lovely.
And then do that, and then decorate with just some fresh raspberries.
Sure.
These do need to be fresh rather than frozen because they get a bit soggy. And now I like to use some fresh flowers as well.
Great stuff.
But be careful what you use because not everything's...
Make sure you can eat it.
So,
And there is a
here
beautiful,
we go.
beautiful
Here
cake.
is
That's
one
lovely.
that we made
And I already
earlier.
had a bit, but cut me another bit.
Shall we just have
Cut me
another
another
bit?
bit.
Just a
We'll
really
all
quick
tuck in
bit.
a wee sec.